So today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers 1 B-127 or Bumblebee Cogged Bot Mode Model Kit by YoloPark. This is a really exciting figure for me because I do not have any figures from YoloPark yet, especially any of the Transformers, and from the videos and promotional images that I've seen, these figures, specifically Transformers, look really good and really high quality. So it's exciting for me, and let's get right into it. So right on the front, you can see we get a nice image of B-127 as well as his transformation, Transformers 1, the AMK series, and he is 16 centimeters tall. And this is a model kit, but it's really just a buildable action figure. It's not like a super broken up model kit where you have to paint in details. So I'm gonna call it a buildable figure. Right on the side, you can see that we do get a graphic of Bumblebee. This is the same on both sides, so I won't be showing both sides because they're the same. But here it says an authentic Transformers product, and it goes over more of the details of his full name, Cogbot mode, and that he is 16 centimeters tall. On the back, you could see all of the other figures that are available in this line, I'd say, not a wave, a line. You have the AMK series as well as the Cogbot series and the Final Form series. Or I'm sorry, these are all AMK, but then this is Cogless, Cogged, and Final Form. Definitely want to get these other figures, mainly Optimus and Megatron, because awesome. But you see all the figures here, all of their heights. You see some of the things that will be included in this figure specifically and how they are attached. As I said before, same thing on the other side. On the bottom, you have some warnings, some legal information. And on the top, you get a nice image of all four Cybertronians from Transformers 1. So B-127, Optimus Prime, Megatron, and Elita 1. So let's go ahead and let's open this guy up. Something really cool about this packaging is that it does have an openable flap. I'll open that before I talk more, so just so you can see what's inside. But right there, you can see everything that comes inside. And I really like this packaging. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know that I like all of NECA's packaging because of this flap. So this is really cool. And even though my box is a little beat up, I still will be saving this packaging just because it is cool. But you have all the pieces right here. And then right on top, you get a nice few images of the figure itself, which is really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open this up and I'm going to show you a few steps where I'm building him, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at this figure. So real quick, right out of the packaging, you do have all of your pieces right here in a nice tray. And then you also get a few things such as a thank you from YoloPark. And you also get, what is this? Oh, cool. Oh, these are the actual instructions. So you get your entire instructions book, which seems pretty simple, nothing too crazy. That is cool. And then you get this, which is a little flyer showing some other things from YoloPark Club. I don't know much about that, so if you know, let me know, but cool. So let's go ahead right into building this awesome model kit, I'm gonna call it. Okay, so here he is fully built, and I have to say, it wasn't that difficult to build him. It just was a little tough putting in certain parts because some pieces kept falling off, like his shoulder armor, and that isn't a problem with the figure. It's more just because of where it's placed. But other than that, the building experience was pretty simple and was pretty fun. And building him, because this is my first YoloPark figure, it was just really cool seeing all the little details about him. Like something that at first I thought it was just a weak joint was I'd push in the hand, and then these two pieces would kind of come out. And I thought that it was just me kind of stressing the plastic, but I found out that it was more of just like a play feature. So I thought that that was really cool. And if you have some YoloPark figures, you may kind of be used to this, but to me, it's just really cool, all of the detail that they have in this figure. So let's get into that. Let's get into the detail. So this figure, the Cogbot mode, from just promotional images, looked a lot better than the cogless mode. I understand those are made at a much lower price point for those who want the figure, but just at a lower price point. But this one just looks so nice with that nice metallic kind of gold almost paint job. Even though Bumblebee is more of a traditional yellow, I just really love how this color looks on him. The blue on his mask as well looks really nice, and it just looks really cool. Like, it looks very nicely detailed, and even the camera isn't capturing it as good as it looks, because rather than it just looking like a bunch of plastic, it looks like a nice die cast metal. So, and that's really important for a transformer. So really cool all around, all of the details, and it really matches the media that it's from, Transformers 1. So really cool, but we got to get into that articulation because all of his small moving parts are just so awesome. So right at the head, he can look up about that much, which is incredible. That's a large amount to look up. Looking down as well, which is amazing. He can look down very much. And of course, he can look left, he can look right, and he can look all around. At the arm, you could actually see one cool point of articulation out of many cool points, is that the arm will rotate from the inside, that kind of gold inner ball. So that's really nice. It does move up, and the shoulder pad does move out of the way, but you still kind of want to hold it and press onto it so it doesn't fall off. But his arm can go all the way up, all the way down, and then you can bring that shoulder pad back down. He does have double hinged elbows, so he can do way further than 90. Of course, as I showed before, when you push in the hand, you do open kind of like a blaster effect. Push that back in. The hand can go, it's on a ball, so it could go up, down, however you want it to go. Oops. Looks like I did not have that piece all the way in. That is one thing that you want to be careful of, is some of the pegs aren't like, I guess you could say riveted, or like they don't have a piece. Like, I'll just pull it off to show you, is that it doesn't have kind of grooves to hold onto it. Some of the joints or some of the plug-in points do, some of them don't. So you just want to be careful with that. But of course, he can do the same thing on the other side. Arm can go all the way up. He can bend about that much. And because his hand is on a ball, you can go anywhere you need. Let's move that shoulder pad back down. Now over here at the leg, he can kick up much further than 90, almost all the way up, which is incredible. Then at the knee, I do believe it is double jointed, but you get about that far because the leg is so wide, but that still is incredible. And then at the ankle, you do get some rocking movement as well as twist. And you even get toe articulation. So this figure is packed with articulation. Like what just happened, there is just a few joints that you might want to be careful of when you're posing him around. I don't really feel like he's going to break at any moment, but of course, because this is a model kit, you may have him come apart, but I don't think that he's going to break. He feels very strong and very sturdy. And an articulation point that I forgot to show was the crunch, which isn't that much, but it is there. So there is some of that, and of course, swivel all the way around. So some really great articulation, and I'm really impressed. Like, this is my first YoloPark figure, and it just feels so good and so amazing. But real quick, I forgot to go over the accessories, so let's go over those right now. So, of course, some of the accessories that you are going to get with this figure is an alternate faceplate. I wasn't able to put this in because I'm not sure exactly how to pull out the face mask that is already on the figure, but I'm pretty sure you pull down and pull out. But this is pretty cool, pretty nicely detailed. I do wish there was a little bit more paint on the eyes to kind of show more of like an eyeball in there, because it doesn't really show that when you first look at it, but it is still cool and a nice choice to have an alternate head sculpt. You get two pairs of hands. The first pair of hands is an open grasping hand, so you could put a weapon in there. He doesn't come with something that you could put in these hands, but if you have another gun that you want to show, let me focus the camera for you, you could go ahead and put that inside of these hands. Now, before we get into the next pair, let me show you this because those do actually work with those. But this is a cannon hand option. So if you want to give him a cannon, here you are. This is really cool. I might display him with this because it's either this or the hand blades, but really cool here. And then lastly, the other pair of hands is these two closed fist hands that also double as hand blade hands. So let me show you like that. And then you can go ahead and take one of these blades that he comes with and plug it right into the fist. Let me just put this down so you can see. Right there, you get a nice blade hand. So really cool. I do wish the paint was a little bit cleaner on this, just because mine did kind of have an error right here where the gold didn't go all the way up to the sculpt. But it is still really nice and a really cool effect to have. And just something really cool from the movie. Like, I'm surprised they included all of these, even though these blades weren't in the movie for such a long time. It's still really cool. So we're going to go ahead and get into some comparisons, and I'll show you how he looks with some other figures from other lines. So here he is with the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Miles Morales, the NECA Battle Damage Last Ronin, the NECA Holiday Chucky, the Jakks Pacific Sonic the Hedgehog, and the Star Wars The Black Series Stormtrooper. And of course, he really does look amazing. Of course, you will be displaying him with some other figures that are from Transformers, but I really just love how he pops in a display, like with the paint and how metallic it looks on camera. It may not capture as good as it is in person, but take my word for it, he looks amazing. The metallic paint really just shines in a larger display. So it's really cool. He scales really well. He's actually much bigger than I thought. When I read that he was 16 centimeters, I figured he was like around 6 inches. And even though he is around there, he just feels a lot bigger with the other figures that I have in my collection. He is probably, or he does look more bigger because he is a wider build, a bulkier figure, but he is just really cool and really nice in these larger displays. So let's get on to my final thoughts, and I'll let you know if I think it's worth it to buy him or not. Real quick though, just for fun, I wanted to show you him with one of the other Transformers that I have. I don't have too many Transformers in my collection, and I've been wanting to get more, but one that I do have in my collection that is just awesome is this Optimus Prime. I forget exactly from where he is, but it's a figure that I've had for a while, and he is just awesome. If you've seen a few of my videos before, you've probably seen him in some of my YouTube shorts, and he's just really cool, and it's just really cool to put him next to this Bumblebee. But let's get on to my final thoughts. So what do I think about the Transformers 1 Cogged Bot Mode B-127 model kit from YoloPark? Personally, I am really impressed with this figure. Now, this is more of a biased opinion because I don't have any YoloPark figures yet, so it is just really cool to get one in hand and see what it's all about. But he just is really cool. For those of you who already have YoloPark figures, specifically Transformers, you probably are aware of how cool and intricate all the details are. But for me, it's just really cool to see all of these little details, like all of the little moving parts that he has. And just while you move certain joints, other joints move. And that's really cool, especially for a Transformer. You know, for a Transformer, they're very intricate and you want to see all the gears moving. So that's really cool with him. And I'm just really impressed. It's a really good figure, lots of articulation. I can see why some people may not want to get this specifically because it's a model kit. There are some times when you're posing him and something falls apart and you're kind of like, oh, I just want it to stay there. But that's really the only gripe I have with him. just that sometimes he may fall apart. But it isn't that he's going to break. He's not fragile. He feels strong and sturdy. And I think that he is worth it. So let me know if you already have any Transformers figures from YoloPark. Let me know what you think about them. And if you have this figure specifically, let me know what you think about him. Anyways, I'll see you next time.